Today's Wednesday. Now, typically on Wednesdays, we did want to start a new thing called Wednesday Drama. And we did want to do a little bit of drama, and one of the main drama things that's going on right now is this gentleman right here. A man by the name of ScottyK Fitness. Has anybody seen ScottyK Fitness before? Anybody seen this guy? He's got a big mustache. I think he's kind of like a short little guy. There he is. The writing's on the wall. Everybody just says, fuck that guy, never liked him. I do not know what he did wrong. All I have seen is pictures of him saying, fuck this guy. So we're gonna look up the drama and we're gonna get a first look at it ourselves. And we're gonna see if we can get to the bottom of this. And we can find out what our unbiased opinion is. Because remember, I am not swinging one way or the other. I don't know what the drama's about. Took jabs at him being paralyzed. Okay, so maybe he's just a bad guy. I'm a nice guy. I err on the side of being nice. So if someone's mean, I'm gonna say, hey, that person's mean. All right, here we go. ScottyK Fitness responds. Okay, hold on. Here we go.
A well-known fitness influencer recognized for mental health advocacy and gaming-themed charity content became the center of major backlash in late January 2026 after a heated TikTok response to online trolls. What began...
Okay, as soon as you hear those words, a heated TikTok response to some online trolls, as soon as you hear that, you know it's gonna be bad.
As a personal clapback quickly escalated into a platform-wide controversy.
This is TikTok, maybe? Ope found you, Cody Fox of Indiana, paralyzed from the chest down with a failed YouTube and an obsession with four-wheelers and motocross. Wonder how you sustained a spinal cord injury. Drifting in the snow looked fun though. So,
raising serious questions about boundaries, accountability, and how fast influencer disputes can spiral into public crises. The incident was triggered when an online user mocked Scotty's appearance, comparing him to a character from the show Ozark. Scotty responded with a video that critics say included...
No, come on. This started because he called him somebody from Ozark. By the way, Ozark, wonderful show. Jason Bateman does a great job in that show. Ozark, ScottyK. Pull up the character. I don't know what the character's name is. He said it was the gay cousin or something. Russ Langmore. This? Okay. I don't really see too much of a resemblance. Well, you know what? If you shave the beard, I do see it. If you shave the beard, maybe. He's married, I'm pretty sure. I don't know why a married man is getting mad at someone mocking his appearance. It seems like something that shouldn't affect me. I mean, for me at least, personally. If somebody came in and told me I looked like something, it's like, okay, well, that doesn't affect me whatsoever. I already have a wife, you know? I guess he got pretty mad about that.
Personal information about the troll, leading to widespread accusations.
Oh, he doxed him. He said his real name. So Cody Fox is the one that commented that he looks like the guy from Ozark. And then he made fun of him for having a failed YouTube and being paralyzed. Come on, man. How is this ever a good thing to do? Now, the only reason why someone would do something like this is either because he thinks his fans are gonna see it and be like, oh yeah, he owned him. Or because it makes him feel better about himself. Or maybe a mix of the two. But this is fucked up. First of all, doxing somebody, yeah, is kind of bad. I don't think doxing is the worst thing ever, unless it's an address. Like the full name, that's not so bad. Although I can see how it can get bad because some trolls might get a hold of that and go crazy with it. Oh, he did dox his address. There you go. Why would you make fun of someone for being paralyzed? Like, that's just so fucked up.
Of doxing. At the same time, some viewers said parts of...
Also, let me just put this out there. As someone myself, I haven't been to the gym in 5 months. I see somebody work out and I instantly get jealous. I instantly get depressed. When I see someone work out, do something physical that I'm not able to do, it makes me like mad. It makes me like, man, like I wish I could do that, right? So I'm assuming this guy that's paralyzed probably wants to be able to run, probably wants to be able to do a bunch of stuff. So in a situation where he's already feeling bad about it, I mean, especially that he's a fitness guy, now you're just being like, hey, fuck you, dude, you can't do anything, essentially.
His response came across as mocking disabled people, further intensifying the backlash. The video spread rapidly across TikTok, Reddit, and Instagram, splitting his audience. Supporters argued it was an emotional reaction to harassment, while critics said it crossed ethical and legal lines. The debate quickly moved beyond one video, becoming a broader discussion about influencer power and...
I mean, you could be somebody that says, oh, this is not that bad, right? Like, no harm done. You know, he just made a joke. But in order for someone to write that tweet, to write that comment, I'll just say this. I don't have any friends that would write something like that. That's all I'm gonna say. My friends, at the most insulted they've ever been, they would never do something like that. So, you know, maybe he's going through something and maybe that's, you know, what a response that he had to it. And maybe that's not a true sign of his character, but pretty fucked up.
Responsibility. The fallout turned real when Rise Supplements publicly ended their partnership with Scotty, distancing the brand from the controversy. The sponsorship loss underscored how quickly online behavior can translate into real-world consequences for creators. As Scotty continues posting, the situation remains a cautionary example of how personal conflicts, when handled publicly, can reshape a creator's reputation overnight and redefine how
Wait, so he made a video crying, apology video. Where's the apology video? This is it right here. This has got to be it. Okay, here we go. All right. Okay, now, listen. When you do an apology video, okay, so here's the truth of the matter. When it comes to public perception, the truth is not important. The only thing that's important is what people choose to believe is true. So whether he's actually sorry or not, that doesn't matter. As long as we firmly believe that he is sorry, that's all that matters. And you can do that by putting on a pretty good act. Let's see if maybe he actually is sorry. Who is Matthew Kramer? I don't know who that is. There's a lot of comments about Matthew Kramer. Oh, that's his real name, Matthew Kramer. What the fuck is ScottyK?
I owe you all an apology. For days now, I have been lying to myself.
Crying, it's a good start, but I would actually argue that crying in a video is a negative. When someone cries an apology, I think more people believe the tears to be fake than sincere. I think crying in an apology video is never right. Although, if we look at it from an unbiased perspective, usually if you're willing to cry on a video, it means it's probably more sincere than not. So he probably is actually probably pretty sorry.
Saying things like...
Before we dive into it, I would say he has allegations from his past. Oh shit. He has sexual allegations, I believe. No. Okay, hold on. What I would say in this situation, I would go, guys, there's no excuse for what I said. What I deserve is for everybody to unfollow me, everybody to stop watching my content, because this type of behavior is not good, and a guy like me probably doesn't deserve the audience that I've been given. You know, I'm hoping you guys can see this as one bad action in a sea of good actions, but if you're not willing to look past that, then I understand. You know, this was really bad. I deeply regret doing it. Not because I lost any sponsors, not because of any of that. I regret it because of the fear that it probably caused this person. And when I look at this comment that I made, I look at this comment and I imagine that the person writing this comment is a bad person. And I know I'm not a bad person, and so I deeply regret writing that. I will never do something like that again. If you guys want to leave, totally understand. But just from the bottom of my heart, I do want to say I do apologize. Right? That's what I would say.
I'm a good person.
Okay, let's see this.
I've done a lot of good for the world.
Okay, he's starting off with what I said.
It's all bullshit deflection to keep me from taking responsibility for my own actions. I've built this entire platform on inclusivity and kindness.
True.
And I lost sight of that in my own ego.
Yes.
I lashed out at people. I responded to hatred with hatred. I apologize for not being of character that I promised you I all had. I hope that,
Alright, somebody said walrus looking ass. Alright.
I hope that you can accept that. And if not, I understand.
That's mean.
If you don't want to support me anymore, I understand.
Alright, so he's following the Killdozer_TV script. So far, he's kind of followed the Killdozer_TV script. Now, I think an issue with this, when you express, you know, this type of emotion, it kind of makes it seem like it's more about you than about the situation. Like, guys, look how sad I am. Look how much this has done to me. And it kind of makes the viewer think, oh, I have to feel bad for this guy now? Like, he's now the victim. He's crying, you know. You don't want to appear as the victim in an apology video.
I hope that one day I can regain your trust soon. But for right now, I have to focus on the safety of my family. So I'll be back.
Dude.
I'll see you guys soon.
You know what, though? I will say, in this situation, there's some people out there that are kind of fucked. He's in a pretty bad spot. People know his real name. People probably know where he lives. It's probably pretty fucked for him. Now, he doesn't deserve that. An eye for an eye, some might say. So maybe he does deserve to have all his stuff doxxed. But it's going to be amplified 10 times because the guy he probably sent a message about probably wasn't some influencer, and this guy's got millions of followers. So it's a bad situation for him. Some might say he deserves it. I don't think anybody really deserves death threats. Like an unfollow is like, just unfollow. That's pretty much all you need to do. But if you want to go to his house and start start, that's your thing. I wouldn't do that, though. I would highly recommend not to do that. Let's read some of the comments. Matthew Kramer, you're cooked. I had to delete my support message. I thought you were apologizing for behavior over politics. I never would have imagined you would abuse your platform to put an entire family in danger. You said the children's names too. Come on, Scotty! Okay, dude. Now, if you just take the one comment that we saw in the video, where he says the guy's name, lives in Indiana, paralyzed. Not that bad. He said the fucking kids' names, and he said the address. That's bad. That's really bad. It seems there's been a lot of bad judgment going on the last few weeks. I'm not mad, just disappointed we lost another one. Amen, Daniel Ward. I appreciate that comment from Daniel Ward. I'm gonna drop a like on that. I actually do agree with that, Daniel Ward Sam. So he doxes people and he says hurtful things about people with disabilities. It's real ironic that the vast majority of these comments are people being like, we still love you. Y'all don't get to accept an apology on behalf of the people harmed. Ah, that's true, but I don't know if the person that got harmed is ever gonna make a video being like, guys, get off Scotty's back. He's fine. I don't care. Like if that's what we're waiting for, I don't know if that's ever gonna happen. Sexual assault allegations? No, come on. That's real? Are you guys serious about that? We'll check on that in a second. You didn't even explain what you did. You only apologized because your sponsors are dropping you. This is a good point from Nick. He didn't explain why he sent that message. Hey, Scotty, why did you dox the guy and his family? Now, he just said it was like, what did he say? It was like a bad part of his life or something? For all you supporting him, saying it's just a mistake, this man took the time to research someone's whole life, their wife and children, and made a video about it. And not just a video. He had to edit it, add captions and effects, then post it. That takes a long time to do. I like Jacob TM8. He's going in the right direction here. And nowhere in that time between making and posting did he say, maybe this isn't a good idea. That's not a mistake, that is a choice, all because he was a little offended. Hey, fucking men, can I get a W Jacob in chat, guys? That's a good little comment there from Jacob. Listen, Matthew, I've at least tried to bat at your corner until the essay stuff. Okay, we gotta jump into the essay stuff because this is something we have to get into. You gotta address it. Deleting comments doesn't get rid of the fact people know I can't be a fan of you anymore because of this. Gotta apologize to people you went after, not us, dude. Good point by White Boy Tatted. Let's take a look at ScottyK sexual assault. Let's see if we can find a video about this.
The ScottyK fitness situation just got even.
By the way, Charlie Caruso, this guy has made tons of videos talking about my videos. Not sure if you guys have ever seen them. He says, this guy went to Marshall's and he only ate food from Marshall's for, W Charlie. He's very good at what he does. He's very good at editing, at commentating over a video on the bottom. Instead of Subway Surfers, he adds something to the thing. So W Charlie.
Worse. Let's start off with Scotty's real name. It isn't Scotty. It's actually Matthew Kramer, and there's definitely a reason for that name change. Now, Matthew Kramer has had sexual assault allegations, stalking allegations, and quick resigns because of all this. And there have now been people coming out stating things like he held down a woman by the neck at a jiu-jitsu class and said that he could kill her, and he also has mentally and physically abused his daughters, even the disabled one.
Okay, wow. Let's go back to the jiu-jitsu one. 2 of my sources are current Broken Arrow School. Can you put me in touch with both of them? Please ensure they will be an honest report. I'm a female jiu-jitsu instructor that helps out with women's self-defense seminars, and to test me, he held me down by my throat and told me he could kill me right then, and it would be easy for him to get away with it because of his police background. I can understand how maybe I'm willing to give Scotty a benefit of the doubt on this one. Maybe she's exaggerating. I don't know if this was in a room with a bunch of girls. Maybe they're one-on-one. I don't know the situation here exactly. I'm assuming there's another side to that story. Maybe he's just joking around. It's probably just a joke. I would like to think that maybe it's a joke. Seems kind of unrealistic that he would genuinely say that. That is a psychopath thing to say. And I don't think there's much evidence that he's necessarily a psychopath. So I would say maybe that's not entirely true, but it's a bad look. but I will tell you this, I've never done that. So maybe it was a joke, but it's still a very bad look.
Physically abused his daughters, even the disabled one. Now, those were just texts, but these are documents from Tulsa Community College Police Department.
Okay, and also she's saying that he physically abused both his biological daughters. That's an allegation. There's no evidence behind that, so you kind of can't really do much with that right now.
Text, but these are documents from Tulsa Community College Police Department.
Oh, never mind.
And in this document, it states that Matthew was talking about cheating on his wife 35 times times. He also mentioned to a student he was starting an OnlyFans, and it just doesn't stop. He was also making inappropriate comments behind female students on campus, and the list just goes on, but it's starting to seem like he worked at certain jobs so he could resign when an internal investigation started happening so that those investigations immediately stopped, which happened on the Tulsa campus. He actually quit mid-interview when asked about these allegations, and I also noticed that none of Scotty's friends have actually spoke out about this. They've all stayed silent, and I think that's for a reason, but seriously, fuck Scotty.
All right, so looks like Charlie Caruso has made his stance. All right, so maybe he is a psychopath, and maybe he did pin down that jiu-jitsu teacher. That guy's kind of fucked. All right, so I think that we can kind of just unfollow the guy and probably just be done with Scotty K Fitness. Seems like he is not a very good guy, and that's probably it. Now listen, I don't want to say that he's sexual assaulted anybody. I hate when somebody is accused of something that there's no evidence of. Oftentimes it does come out to be true. So, I mean, you kind of have to not discredit the accusation. Usually there's an accusation for a reason. I've never been accused of sexual assault. Why? Because I'm a good guy and I don't do anything wrong, really. So if it came out one day that someone accused me of sexual assault, I would expect you guys to be like, I don't think he did it, but, you know, maybe. The Scotty K diet. Today we're doing the Scotty K diet. We're going to be doxing one Killdozer_TV viewer every single day for the whole 7 days. No, I'm just kidding. Looks like that's going to be it for the Scotty K Fitness.